guys, it's your girl Natalie, also known as TriniNatz here. So today I'm here to do a lock update video, and November 2016 marks 6.5 years since I have had my locks. As you all know, if you watch any of my previous videos, you know that I started off my hair in May 2010 with lock extensions. A year after that, let's say May 2011, I cut off the extensions, and yeah, just continued on with my lock journey. So basically this is 6.5 years of my lock journey, and that's just awesome to me. Like honestly, when I was in my room and I was starting my locks, I never really had an date or an idea of how long I would keep the style or how long I would like the style. I just did it. And you know, some people were like, oh, you don't think you're gonna get tired of it? At that time, I could only say what I thought. Like, no, I don't think so. But right now, sitting here 6.5 years later, I know for a fact that I am nowhere close to tired of my locks. I feel like I have so much more growing to go, so much more to learn about myself, so much more to learn about my hair. And yeah, it's just a never-ending journey. Yeah, I absolutely am enjoying my lock journey, and I'm going to continue to enjoy my lock journey. All right, so I just washed my hair. This is my second time using the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strengthen and Grow Shampoo with peppermint and apple cider vinegar. This one right here, I definitely like the way it leaves my hair, and it really cleans your hair. Like, my routine when it comes to my hair is not crazy at all. It's just wash it. I don't really use conditioner. I only condition when I initially dye my hair. That, of course, is up to you. It's up to whatever you want to do with your locks. Everybody has different locks. Everybody has different textures of hair. Some people need the moisture from the conditioner or their hair will start to break. Some people, if they do put it, it'll get too gunky. It'll stick up in their locks, and that's kind of my issue. I don't really like it. It's just not for me. But like I said, you have to decide whether or not it's for you or not. So what I do to hold in that moisture from the wash is I just seal it with some oils. This time I just use some castor oil, some avocado oil, and a little bit of jojoba oil. And of course I hit my roots with my Jamaican Black Castor Oil to promote growth of that hairline, because we all know we want them edges to be snatched, not bald. Okay. I've never visited a loctician. I've never actually had anybody else's hands in my head other than my own. I've done everything myself, from the extensions to the dye to the washing to the styling to the everything. And I really enjoy doing my own hair. As you can see, my hair is color treated. I say probably around 2.5 to 3 years after having my locks is when I first initially dyed it. And I did not use bleach. I had a question, and it was like, how is it possible to dye your hair like blonde without bleaching it? And it is very possible. I have done it. The only thing is it's gonna take some time. You know, when you're bleaching your hair, that's a one-shot deal. You're lifting the color out of it, and that's it. It's probably gonna happen like this, okay? But when you're dyeing your hair, you kind of, it's like a experiment, legit. You kind of never really know what you're gonna get. So you might pick up that honey blonde color and be like, yes, I want this honey blonde color. I'm gonna have this honey blonde color tomorrow. And then you go ahead on and put that honey blonde in your hair, child, and your hair goes from black to maybe dark brown, maybe dark brown, if not black, okay? So I've definitely had those experiences. Like when I first dyed my hair, I think the first time I used like a brown color, a wildin'. Like I used like a lightest brown or ash brown or some kind of color that did absolutely nothing for me. The only time that you could even tell that it had a color in it was like in the sunlight, because it was very, very faint, okay? So I'm just like telling you guys that story just to say, don't get like distraught if you do it and, you know, it doesn't come out right and think you did something wrong. No, you know, this is what's going to happen. If you are worried about that, and if you do want to get it like ba-bam, boom on the first shot, then my advice would be to go to a loctician. If you're not hair inclined, go to a loctician, someone who knows what they're doing. When you do dye your hair, you're kind of breaking it down. You're like weakening it, essentially. So that's why you have to really know what you're doing when you decide that you want to dye your hair. Don't just be on a whim like, yeah, and then don't want to take care of it. Like, no, it can't happen like that. So yeah, what else have I done in the past 6.5 years? I have doubled up multiple. Like I said, you have to learn your hair. When you see one thing now, you gotta do what's best for the team. You know what I'm saying? So this is one that I just doubled up. I just usually put one of the thinner lock through the root of the thicker lock, and then I just 2-strand twist it. And this is how I double up my locks. And I know there's like a lot of videos about doubling up locks and stuff, and you know, they use thread and stuff like that, which is cool. I just never did it. What I will tell you is that I do think that that gives your hair a sleeker look and makes it look more polished. And as you can see, when my hair is straight, it's very noticeable that this one is twisted. But I don't mind that. I don't mind. So If you don't mind, I guess you can go this route, but if you do mind, you can definitely search for combining locks. Multiple tutorials on how to do it with like needle and thread and stuff will come up. So yeah, but this is just my route of doing it, and let me show you guys one that I've doubled up. What I just did here is the exact same thing I did for this lock. As you can see, it is combined up until about here. So yeah, I've doubled up a lot of locks. Like I said, when I first started my hair, I am not a loctician. I am not a hairstylist. This is all me. So I'm going to make mistakes. You know, when your hair is first budding and it's first growing and you're in those stages, your hair is a lot fuzzier and thicker and all that good stuff. So I didn't account for my locks like getting thinner as they got longer. Maybe if you have like really, really thick hair to start with, you'll be fine. You might not have to double up as much. You know, you might have been able to keep it the way it was before, but because of my texture of hair, I had to double up a few to make sure that my roots are going to be popping, you know, as my hair gets longer. You know, you have to start to plan for the future. You can't wait until it's like down your back and it's on one thread. You know, you don't want that. A lot of my locks in the back are combined. All right, I did combine a lot in the back. I actually want to combine like one or two more, so let me just go ahead and show you guys how I combine it. It's really quite simple. I think that these two are a little too thin. One I think is a good thickness, and I'm going to put that up next to that. See what I'm talking about? All I'm going to do is take that thin lock, push a hole through the lock that I want it to go through, push that lock through that hole. So now they're combined. That's it. Like, you're done. You're literally done. So when you go to retwist, you're just going to retwist them together. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go down and twist it, just to, like I said, train it to stay how I want it to stay, which is together, because I want to combine them, right? Just start to plan and say, nah, this one need help. I'd have trimmed my locks since I've had it for the 6.5 years. My first big trim would be probably a year after I took out my lock extension. It was kind of hard for me to differentiate between my locks and the extension on some of them. So for that purpose, just to make sure that I got all the lock extensions out, I did trim it. I probably trimmed off about 1 inch or so. And over the years, I'm pretty sure that if I saw a lock that was like weak or not looking good at the ends, I will trim it, because I do believe that if it's like weak or whatever at the end, it's kind of hurting the whole lock. And you don't really want to sabotage the health of a whole lock just because of like a piece of lock that's like this long, looks like it's hanging on by a string. You might as well just cut that off so your hair can just overall look healthy, and now the rest of that lock can strive without having to struggle to get that little tip right here some life. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a plant. You know, when you go through your plants and you kind of grooming it and you're taking off all the old leaves and all the old leaves that are struggling, because now the plant doesn't have to work hard to get vitamins and proteins to that old leaf that's garbage anyway. It can work on promoting growth for the rest of the healthy leaves that are already in the plant, right? So it's pretty much kind of the same concept when it comes to like trimming off my ends. That's how that's my thought process behind it. All right, I'm not gonna lie, throughout this whole 6.5 years, I don't think I've ever went like an extended period of time purposely not retwisting my hair. I've never like washed my hair and just not retwisted it, which is what I've done this last time that I washed my hair. So the plan is to see how long I can not retwist my hair. I'm accustomed to seeing my hair like not retwisted, but I do think that it'll give me some time, like give my hair a break, give my hair a rest from always being twisted. I'll see how my roots go, I'll see how my edges go, and if it's like excelling greatly, then I'm gonna probably continue to do this or try this more often than not. I'm doing this video so you guys can hold me accountable. So if I come on here a week later and my junk is all retwisted, and Fresh is gonna be like, wait, hold on now. You mean to tell me you couldn't wait a week? Nah. You foul. Now we're going to start out and just measure some of these locks. I've never, ever measured my locks, and I kind of want to see what it is, like what's really good. Let's see how long it is. That's 16.5. Like 15.5. So this one is from this side. Let's see. How long is it, guys? How long? Let me see. What? 20? Wow. That shocked me. It's so crazy to me. Like, what? My hair is this long? Nah. No way. Let's try another one. Wow, this one is like 19 3/4. That's just crazy to me. Like, when you look at it on your hair, it doesn't seem that long, but when you look at it on the tape measure, it's like, that's long. Dang, I need the ones in the front to be that long, child. You see, I still got goals. This is like 17.5. This one is, how much is it? 19. The back is gonna be short. Watch. Wow, you see that? This one's only 8 inches back. See how long is this one? This one is 12. That's exactly why I don't be measuring. I don't study that. I just study the way my hair look because everybody's a different length. Let's see, this one is 14. And yeah, that is my loc update. 2016, November, 6.5 years. Woo! Proud of myself. So yeah, definitely stick in there because we about to do this 3 months no retwist, and let's see what's good. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video.